Where I came from, you sit the down, you eat your damn corn and peas, and you celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks. How is this repackaging segregation? Can someone help me out with that one?
On June 19th is now the new Independence Day.
No.
So why would
Wrong.
you have a competitor against July 4th? Well,
We're
for those
not.
of us that know,
The only one that thinks it's a competitor are dipshits like you, Charlie, that has a narrative to push and money to make. There's a surefire way to trigger conservatives. You just have to say that slavery is bad. Pretty much, more or less, that seems to be the case. As most of you know, Juneteenth was just made a federal holiday. Juneteenth began back on June 19th in 1865, and it was months after the U.S. states defeated the South in a civil war fought over slavery, and it was months afterwards that enslaved African Americans in Texas received the word that they were now free individuals. This was under General Order 3, which was based on the constitutional amendment, the 13th Amendment, and was based on Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. So when those slaves received word, they were the last remaining 250,000 slaves, and they were in Texas. So that became Juneteenth, June 19th, when every year black people would celebrate the fact that they were now free individuals in America, the land of the free. So President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris signed into law a bill establishing Juneteenth National Independence Day, a celebration designating the end of slavery in the United States as a federal holiday. By making Juneteenth a federal holiday, all Americans can feel the power of this day and learn from our history and celebrate progress and grapple with the distance we've come, but the distance we have to travel to, Biden said during remarks Thursday in the East Room of the White House. The last federal holiday was created in 1983 when former President Ronald Reagan established Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Great nations don't walk away, Biden added. We come to terms with the mistakes we've made. The law takes effect immediately and will be celebrated on Friday, June 18th, since it's the closest weekday. Okay, cool. So, some milquetoast stuff, right? You might call this a virtue signal. I don't really care. I see nothing wrong with establishing a federal holiday to commemorate slavery ending in America. Slavery was pretty bad. I think we can all agree with that one. So, celebrating the fact that America ended slavery, you might think that how could anybody really be upset about this, right? It's like, it's a federal holiday. Cool. You know, it's commemorating the end of slavery. What's the problem? Well, you can bet your ass that conservatives have a bit of a problem about this. Of all the things to get mad about, you would think that conservatives would recognize that, like, it's probably not optically good, at the very least, to be against a holiday remembering the ending of slavery, right? Like, I feel like most people kind of get the picture there. We'll start with Candace Owens. Now, as we all know, Candace Owens has soup for brains. This is what happens when you're a fucking grifter. She filed a lawsuit against her school because of racial discrimination, and she won. She made the cash that she needed to make on the racism stuff. Now it's time to make some cash on being the racist. That was hyperbole, okay? Please don't kill me. She tweets out, Juneteenth is so lame. Democrats really need to stop trying to repackage segregation. I'll be celebrating July 4th and July 4th only. I'm American. How is this repackaging segregation? Can someone help me out with that one? I don't understand. And also, who's saying that you can't celebrate July 4th? I'm pretty sure Juneteenth is on a different day. This is the most pathetic tweet. But then again, Candace Owens literally makes her money by just saying the dumbest fucking bullshit possible. Nothing about this is true. But yet 55.4K dipshit boomers actually like this. So yeah, Candace Owens, she doesn't want to remember the fact that America ended slavery because she needs to celebrate the 4th of July. Okay, didn't know those things were mutually exclusive, but cool. Of course, Small Dick Fuentes also jumped into a bitch and whine, like usual. Nicholas Fuentes, they are replacing our holidays, our monuments, our heroes, our history, our culture, our constitution, our religion. They are replacing the population. They are destroying our civilization and replacing it with a third world shithole. Where do I even begin with this one? This isn't a great look, Small Dick Fuentes. I mean, this is sounding like some bitching and whining over here. This sounds like a weak man that would contribute to the downfall of Western civilization, if I'm being honest. Second of all, I mean, I guess maybe they're replacing some of the monuments and your heroes when you idolize neo-Nazis and Confederate soldiers, I guess. But then again, that's kind of on you, right? Maybe get better heroes. They're replacing my hero, man. Oh, really? Who's your hero? You know, Adolf Hitler? I feel as if this goes without being said, but implementing another federal holiday does not amount to destroying our civilization and replacing it with a third world shithole. I think Nick Fuentes is probably just mad ultimately because slavery ended. So PragerU also dropped in with some heat. Of course, they had the black girl talk about this. All right. They're good conservatives, all right? They're not racist, all right? There's a black girl talking about it. There can't be anything wrong with that now. Amala is here to expose the trick of Juneteenth. I don't know what trick she's talking about. Halloween is usually about the tricking and the treating. Maybe she's getting those two holidays mixed up. I don't know. Let's keep watching. Here we go.
Right now is that Juneteenth is being pushed as this major narrative, and it is being pushed. I'm sure you're seeing it everywhere. If you are hearing me talk about this for the first time, I am baffled. But Juneteenth is being pushed because it perpetuates the very same narrative of things like critical race theory here in America. And what is that narrative? The narrative is that Black Americans are oppressed and that white Americans are the oppressors. So black, gray.
Isn't it so easy to make conservative content? It's so fucking easy. God. Why didn't I just be a grifter and just keep making right-wing content, dude? It's so easy to attack pretend arguments. Hey guys, did you hear about the right? Lately, the right has been saying that you shouldn't wear seatbelts when you drive. Stupid, right? Everyone knows you should wear seatbelts. Wrecked. Hey, Hunter, is anybody actually saying that, though, on the right? Like, legitimately? I mean, the right's saying that stuff, dude. Just trust me, bro. She's just making shit up. We heard the original quote from Joe Biden on the point behind recognizing Juneteenth as a federal holiday. And keep in mind, like we've kind of already established more or less, this has been a celebrated holiday since the 1800s. The idea that this is reinforcing critical race theory, which says that white people are all oppressors, is just, it's a bull-faced lie. Like, it is just straight up false. Furthermore, she's actually wrong. Because critical race theory does not hold that all white people are oppressors. Critical race theorists hold that the law and legal institutions in the United States are inherently racist, insofar as they function to create and maintain social, economic, and political inequalities between whites and non-whites, especially African Americans. So an example of this would be our criminal justice system, disproportionately negatively affecting black people, right? So no, it's not even like a critical race theory thing that white people are just all the oppressors. And furthermore, even if critical race theory was like that, Juneteenth has nothing to do with critical race theory. It's the new scary buzzword for these people.
If you don't see how this is so ingenious, let me tell you how it's ingenious.
Tell us.
If you come out and you say, you know what, I'm feeling kind of fishy about this whole Juneteenth thing, you look like a bigot, because who could...
The left is making it so that I can't be against the holiday that celebrates ending slavery without looking racist. The left's ingenious plan. This is the most desperate reach. I would love to talk to this girl about Juneteenth. This is such a pathetic argument. It's so easy to just make stuff up. Hunter, being so to the left doesn't help you at all. It's not making you look good or even sensible at this point. First of all, I had no idea that it makes me to be on the left to be okay with a holiday celebrating ending slavery. Second of all, I'm not even on the left. I mean, I'm like a social democrat, so I guess from an American sense. But if you're talking about like an online leftist, I argue with those people because I think that socialism and communism is dumb. So it's very clear that you're just seeing me say that slavery is bad and you think that I'm an SJW woke liberal. So maybe stop watching The Quartering and, like, I don't know, grow a brain. But even this chick, dislike that one, isn't as bad as Charlie fucking Kirk. Charlie Kirk made a video that is quite similar, actually, exposing the hidden agenda behind the left's push for Juneteenth. All right, let's go.
Hey, everybody. Republicans basically unanimously in the Senate and only 14 very brave people in the House decided not to vote for Juneteenth as a federal holiday. Okay. So I'm sure you're seeing a lot of social media graphics go around that says Republicans decided to vote against the emancipation of slaves as a holiday. Therefore, they support.
Well, that part's true. They did do that.
Support slavery. This is, first of all, insane. So Juneteenth should not be a federal holiday. So Juneteenth, at its best possible reading, is a day to remember news that hit Galveston, Texas, about the emancipation of slaves. Something that we're all very happy about. That's not what this is about. We know that this is not what this is about. This is not about the emancipation of slaves. This is instead a new Black Independence Day. We already have the Black National Anthem. We already have people kneeling at NFL games. We have hyper corporations.
Whoa. This is such fucking whataboutism here. But, yeah, it kind of was an Independence Day for a lot of black people. I mean, maybe America could have fixed that by, I don't know, granting them independence before declaring the July 4th. I don't know. Like, what is this? This isn't even an argument here.
National anthem. We already have people kneeling at NFL games. We have hyper corporations that are becoming hyper woke in every way imaginable. And now all of a sudden
keep in mind that he literally is like a massive shill for capitalism. His whole thing is socialism sucks. Big government sucks. Free market this, free market that. Yeah, no shit. Corporations are going to try to make money on anything that's trending. Duh. Conservatives shill for capitalism but don't even understand the results of it. It's so fucking weird.
We have a competitor against July 4th. That's what this is all about. This is about putting a federal holiday to be a competitor against July 4th. Now, if...
Guys! Wait. Wait. Let's see. 19th. Okay. Guys, you can't celebrate a holiday 2 weeks away from July 4th. You're taking away from our special America holiday. Again, what is this like zero-sum game with holidays all of a sudden? Is Memorial Day taking away from the fact that the month of May is Veterans Remembrance Month? Now everybody's going to be thinking about how happy they are that slavery ended. They're not going to be able to celebrate America. Is that like a self-own, Charlie? What are you fucking on right now?
We really wanted to celebrate the emancipation of slaves. We should celebrate September 22nd, 1862, when Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest presidents in American history, emancipated the slaves. Why would we not celebrate that day?
Okay, so I can answer this one because Juneteenth has historical roots. It has cultural significance, and it's been being celebrated for decades on top of decades.
Or why don't we celebrate the end of the American Civil War? That would probably be a pretty important day where we celebrated the official end of the war. Instead, a day in June.
Why don't we celebrate this time? Or, I mean, that time would have been cool, right? Like, what about that one? Hey, what about that thing that happened at that one time in history? Why isn't that a fucking holiday? Huh?
On June 19th is now the new Independence Day.
No.
So why would you have a competitor against July 4th? Well, for those of us that know...
The only one that thinks it's a competitor are dipshits like you, Charlie, that has a narrative to push and money to make.
The current agenda that's happening in our country, which is to try to debase, destroy, and delegitimize American history, of course you would try to find a date as close to July 4th as possible. You would try...
What? Dude, that's when this thing happened. June 19th, that was when this thing happened. Do you think a bunch of liberals in like a smoky room were like, let's try and undermine the 4th of July by putting a holiday on the 19th of June? If they were trying to do that, then why wouldn't they put it like on July 4th? I don't know if Charlie knows this, but it's possible to celebrate more than one holiday. Bizarre, I know. You can't do Christmas. I'm celebrating Hanukkah. Billy can't have his birthday party. My birthday's next week.
Try to get as close to the 4th of July and try to say that's the racist Independence Day, the anti-racist or the black Independence Day.
Again, conservatives cannot do it. They cannot make a criticism without lying about the opposition. They can't do it. He's just making shit up right now.
Day is June 19th. And look at what the own words are of the people that are pushing forward for Juneteenth. This person by the name of Peniel E. Joseph, who is the head of the Study for Race and Democracy at the LBJ School of Public Policy in Texas, says, quote, Juneteenth still offers a bedrock foundation to make last year's watershed moment of racial and political reckoning into a transformative process that can last. They're saying the private part out loud. That Juneteenth...
Wait, does he not understand words? Charlie, do you not understand what words are? Does he think he can just like read something that doesn't sound bad at all and then just make it sound scary and his boomer audience is going to be like, there was a lot of awakening last year, yeah, with the whole George Floyd shit and everything else. And this is going to help us make change that can last. That's a good thing. But that's them saying that they're saying what they're not supposed to say out loud. Ironically enough, coming from the guy who's trying to push conspiracy theories about a federal holiday to remember the ending of slavery.
That Juneteenth is not about emancipation. Juneteenth is about all of a sudden us having a federal holiday where we talk about racial identity politics. They might as well call this the Ibram X. Kendi, Patrisse Cullors, or the...
They can't do it. There's the critical race theory shit again. They can't do it. I would love to just see a conservative like Charlie Kirk, not just a general, any conservative. I mean like a demagogue like this fucker. I would love to see them actually take the argument and try and understand it and then debunk it without just making something up.
What's amazing is that conservatives are okay with this. Some are. They vote for it or they're afraid to question it. The answer is because... The reason why, I should say, is because they're afraid of being called a racist.
Maybe it's because it kind of sounds a little racist to be against the holiday. It's so funny that he's complaining that he can't say something that sounds racist, and yet he finds a way to blame that on the left. I mean, what's next, Charlie? I can't even say that I think that black people should be currency again. Now, all of a sudden, I can't even say my opinion without the left thinking it's racist.
Well, actually, I think this is going to make America more racist. All of a sudden, we have an entire day that, first of all, the symbol of Juneteenth is the African flag, not the American flag. Don't believe me? Well, the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, she actually shows, and listen to her statement right here, the African...
Listen to this guy. You can tell he's like so obsessed with the aesthetics of everything. They actually put the African flag there instead of the American flag. Okay. Has Charlie Kirk ever said anything about the Confederate flag?
Flag is now in Chicago instead of the American flag. Watch.
Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh no. Dude, someone's going to be walking through Chicago and forget where they are. Am I in America or am I in Africa right now? Is
that actually going to help bring the country together?
Yes.
Is that actually going to help?
It's going to bring the country together and recognizing that you and Candace Owens and PragerU and all your little butt buddies are dumb as fuck, who obviously just have a narrative to push. You are against progress. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just if it is different, then you oppose it because you're getting paid to oppose it. And yet Charlie Kirk actually influences the minds of like millions of young people and boomers. It's really disturbing.
Is that going to harmonize our differences? You see, Abraham Lincoln said it the best at the Gettysburg Address. The reason we celebrate July 4th, 1776 was obviously because of the Declaration of Independence, where it says very clearly, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve political ties or bands.
I don't care.
And not speaking for very long, Abraham Lincoln said 7 years.
I don't care.
Now, what happened in the year 1776? Thomas,
I don't care.
Where you come from, you would celebrate July 4th and be proud of it. You would be proud of it for very good reason, because...
Where I came from, you sit the fuck down, you eat your damn corn and peas, and you celebrate the 4th of July with fireworks, bitch. That's where I come from. Boomer Kirk. Again, no one is saying that this is the replacement for the 4th of July.
You see, if we're serious about actually moving forward as a country on any sort of these issues, shouldn't we de-emphasize race and care more about someone's spirit or their soul and not their skin color?
I would love to be able to de-emphasize race, my dude, but this is a really cheap and easy talking point for these conservative cucks to virtue signal. Right now, there are systemic issues that, regardless of whether or not we as individuals de-emphasize race, still produce disproportionate racist outcomes.
We know how this is going to be used. I want you to ask yourself this question. In 5 years or 10 years, do you think July 4th or Juneteenth is going to be more emphasized by the corporate class, by Hollywood, by celebrities, or by people in charge? We know the answer.
No, we don't know the answer, Charlie. And actually, wrong. We more or less kind of do know the answer. It's going to be both. Corporations are going to shill for any holiday because that's how they want to make money. I mean, what is this? Suddenly you have a problem with commercialism? Do you have an issue? Like, does this invalidate Christmas?
July 4th now has a competitor. And if you don't like that, you're a racist. Forget the fact that in 1775, should own this day as a liberation of the slave.
All right.
Thomas Jefferson on March 2nd in 1807 said no new slaves coming into the United States. Why don't we have that as a national holiday? March 2nd.
Okay, so the Juneteenth is irrelevant. Why don't we make up these other holidays, despite the fact that Juneteenth is rooted in history? And next, his suggestion is something celebrating Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, the guy that fucking raped his slaves? Okay, cool. Charlie's just like, anything but something that's 2.5 weeks out from July 4th. I will celebrate it, as long as it's not too close. It's got to have that buffer zone, man. It's got to have July 4th here. You got to be 2 weeks, no holidays, July 4th. Then 2 weeks afterwards, still no holidays.
People that wish to supplant and destroy, it's a strategy that they're trying to use, and they've been very good at it. Juneteenth should not be a federal holiday.
All right, well, you guys heard it from Charlie Kirk. Celebrating the ending of slavery is a evil conspiracy to undermine everything that we know and love today. That one hurt my brain. And then we get to seal the deal with what's even funnier. This just further exposes Charlie Kirk's fucking grift. So we have this from 2020. This is your daily reminder that we wouldn't be celebrating Juneteenth had Republicans not freed the slaves. Today is Juneteenth, celebrating the end of slavery in the United States. This was made possible thanks to Republican President Abraham Lincoln. Today, Democrats are fighting to tear down his statue. Okay. Senate Republicans are introducing legislation to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. Barack Obama and Joe Biden were in the White House for 8 years. Why didn't they ever do it? Curious. And now, oh wait, hold on. It's not really trendy anymore to kind of just shit on the Democrats. Now it's trendy to be against the Juneteenth. So, grifter mode activate. Boom. 2021. Lincoln knew America's founding was July 4th, 1776. He knew that was the day our amazing nation made a step from ideal to reality. Juneteenth is an affront to the unity of July 4th. We now have 2 summer holidays, and one of them based on race. Shame on the GOP for supporting this. The Grifter Story. A story in 4 parts. God, it's so cringy. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you get notified when I drop a new video.